Okie dokie. It is now, what time is it? 5:45 p.m. on Monday, August 22nd. And today was apparently the last day of my job. I feel nothing for once. Yeah, I knew this was coming because, let's face it, it's hard. I'm just gonna flat out say it. It's hard to give a rat's ass about your job when your job does not pay enough to for you to pay your bills or food or whatever, and you're having to go eat with family just to have dinners. So, for the company, I'm not gonna say what company I worked with. Clearly, it was a medical company, but yeah, it just, you need. I'm just gonna say this. It's a medical employee who cannot. I'm gonna put this. Yeah, a medical employee who cannot afford health insurance. It's kind of like a grocer who can't afford food. It's like you think those two things just kind of go together. But yeah, so like I was kind of hoping they'd keep me on long enough for me to find something else so that I can go on my own, like leave on my own. But it just didn't turn out that way, and I'm not sad. I'm not anything. I feel relieved, to be honest, except for the bill. The thing I feel bad about are the bills, and my coworker who's going to, like, my coworker, there's this one person who she and I kind of work together. Like, we worked in tandem, I guess. I don't know if that's how you'd say it, but we needed each other. And, yeah, and when she was out, I did my job and her job. And I'm not sure how that's going to work because they will need somebody to replace me with what I did, and that person will need to be full time because they are going to be stressed out, like extremely stressed out. Because yeah, and it's like I'm thinking, if y'all had ever thought to hire me full time, this wouldn't be a problem because it kind of sucks when you've taken the time, or I took the time to figure out that people working full-time minimum wage were making like $5,000 a year more than I do. That's messed up. So again, like I feel nothing. The only thing is my grandparents don't know this because I'm not gonna tell them right away because they're going to the beach in a week, so I get to fake like I have a job for a week by actually going out, and hopefully they don't notice I'm not wearing my scrubs tomorrow because I do have a dentist appointment in the morning at 9 o'clock. I don't know why I made my dentist appointment for 9 o'clock in the morning, but whatever. So I'm going to go to my dentist appointment that I can't afford now, but whatever. Yay, credit card bills. Thankfully, my credit card bill is under $400. That will change tomorrow, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta keep your teeth in your head, so yeah. So I'm gonna do that, and then there's this place I'm gonna go, like, tonight, or throughout this week, I'm going to try to work on cover letters, because I have a resume, but I've never really had to do a cover letter. You think at 33 years old I'd have this figured out, but no, I do not. I don't know how to sell myself in a cover letter, because the way I was taught to write it was to make way back in the day, was to make yourself sound awesome, and to me, to me, cover letters, making yourself seem like the greatest thing since sliced bread, to me that sounds conceited. I'm not a conceited person. I don't know how I can am I gonna be the best employee to someone? No, I'm not. I admit that. But if you're fair and you pay me, I ain't gonna lie, pay me decent, it's enough to live on, then I'll do okay, it's kind of hard to be motivated to give a rat's ass when you can't afford fucking food. Yeah. I should not go into a restaurant, get lunch just like a regular place, get lunch, and worry about being further in debt because I bought a cheeseburger. Seriously. No. But yeah, So, I'm gonna say this to anyone starting out. If you're starting out part-time, don't just ask for, I don't mean starting out your very first job starting out, but if you're starting out in another company, don't accept $8 because it sounds better than minimum wage if you're part-time. Because actually, I did make $8.26 an hour, I think, somewhere in that range. So let's just say $8.26 an hour. I'm sure it wasn't exactly that with taxes and whatever, but it was close to that. So 25 hours a week on $8.26 an hour is actually less than minimum wage full time. So, actually, $8.26 an hour, not that great a price. So, no. And I figured out the hours I work, I would need like $11 an hour, which, for what I did, didn't seem unreasonable. I never asked for that because with my company, the highest we could get was like a 2% raise each year, and that just wasn't going to cut it. So, yeah, it's hard to stay motivated when you know that you won't be making enough to make ends meet. And if you do everything great, perfectly, and get that 2% raise, you still won't make enough to make ends meet. And then, like, looking around at my coworkers who are in their, like, 50s and 60s and nearly some are in their 70s, they've gone from, like, what I'm doing to answering phones. I don't want to go in that direction. I never really asked to be in the I kind of fell into the medical field. I'm not a nurse or I'm not a nurse or a PA. I'm like, I can't give you a Band-Aid. I'm in, like, clerical area, but yeah, so I don't know. There's like a job type place I'm planning to go to tomorrow after my dentist appointment. I'm gonna have to eat really cheap at Chick-fil-A, but whatever. I'll go there, and I guess I'm gonna ask around the city for about a week solid, because I live near my family, and my car needs to be gone. So this week is going to be interesting. Yeah. Someone thankfully gave me a gift card to the cinema, so I might catch a movie. Ooh, there's $5 movies Tuesdays. I might catch a movie tomorrow. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to go see. There's nothing I really want to see until December when Star Wars comes out. But it'll give me something to do for a few hours. Yeah. Okay. See ya. Bye.